How's it going, everyone? I hope you're all well. So here is the Sora Kingdom Hearts 2 version Nendoroid. So this is a Good Smile Company exclusive, which meant that you had to buy it from the Good Smile Company, officially speaking. However, they didn't ship to the UK, since I'm in the UK, and that is the case for the Kingdom Hearts 2 Nendoroids in general, as well as the Kingdom Hearts 3 ones. I think it's just got to do with the Disney IP behind it, Disney license behind it. But then I decided to buy it from Nippon Yasan. But if you follow my videos or you're one of those customers, then you know it's been a pain to get anything from Nippon Yasan, or many things. You have cancelled orders, no response, no refunds, things like that. So I did order it from them. They cancelled my order for some reason, and they're still waiting to give me my refund. So it's just been a huge pain in the butt, to be quite honest. And the same is the case with the Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku. I've got that ordered with them. Fortunately, however, I found a Singaporean website which had this in stock for a reasonable price. So I took my chances there, and here it is today. So I may end up using them again for the Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku and the Kingdom Hearts 3 Nendoroids as well. Let's see. So if you are stuck to get this, good luck. I mean, I don't know if that link or that site, the Singaporean one, is going to have this in stock, but definitely good luck in trying to get this again, because yeah, Nippon Yasan probably screwed over a lot of people. And it's most unfortunate that this is actually a limited release, so a lot of people in certain territories just will have a lot harder time grabbing hold of this. If you're in the US, I think you should be fine. You should be able to get it from local retailers too. But in any case, this is the packaging for it. You've got a nice window display of Sora showing you his Nendoroid look in his Kingdom Hearts 2 garbs. You get the Sea Salt Ice Lolly, and then the Kingdom Key Keyblade, crossing arms, and then the faceplates are down behind there. You can kind of see a little bit there. His feet is a little bit wonky here, which I'm only worried about just because my Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora did have a broken foot. However, I reached out to Good Smile Company to get that replaced, and it was all fine. So if that happens here, I can probably do the same thing, rest assured, I think. So you got some pictures of him around the box as well. Of course, you just saw Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku right here, which looks really, really cool. I do have that on order. Let's see if I get that from Nippon Yasan, if I have to go through hoops again to try and get it. But otherwise, packaging is very reminiscent of Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, just now in black, whereas that one was white and bluish purple, I believe. So otherwise, yeah, this looks pretty much like a Nendoroid package, and I'm quite keen to get this open, so let's do just that. When you do open the packaging, you'll find that the base in the stand is actually sellotaped in the bag to the backing card. You know, it's not a great backing card, but it's just that it's sellotaped there, and sometimes that can tear the backing card, which I don't personally like. I don't know why they've done this time. Small thing, but wanted to point it out anyway. So here's everything you get in this Sora Kingdom Hearts 2 Nendoroid box. So you get a leaflet, which is going to be in English and Japanese. Here is folded, so I won't show you that in too much detail, but it's in English and Japanese. You get a spare neck joint, which is pretty typical for most Nendoroids these days. You get the stand, which is also pretty typical for most Nendoroids these days as well. Sometimes the base is a little bit different here or there, depending on the figure, and sometimes you get an exclusive if you bought it from a certain place, e.g. from Good Smile directly. But in this case, there's no bonus or exclusive part, it's just a regular base. And I've already attached this stand to it as well, so it plugs into one of the narrow holes there, and then pop it into the back of the figure. And then we get two additional faces, so you got the default one right there, and then you get one where he's got a bit of a kind of a, I would say a little bit of a snarky look, not like super arrogant or anything, but fairly confident, I would say. I personally don't like this face that much, but they've given it anyway. I would have preferred a little bit of an angry face just for this case, just kind of when he's holding a Keyblade and things like that. But this is still not bad either. The eyes are done really nicely on all the faces here as well, and then the smirk line is pretty clean too. The second face is for the Sea Salt Ice Cream, and that plugs straight into his mouth, and you could actually have it so he's kind of sucking his thumbs or licking his fingers after that nice tasty treat as well. The eyes again are done nicely here, printed on, I believe, as well, so really nice blue eyes he's got there. And then he comes with different hands, so he's got the default fists that are attached to him, and then he gets a pair of open palm hands like so, with the glove detailing based on his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, so black, yellow and white. And then he comes with another pair of hands. So these actually hold onto the Keyblade. Pretty simple, you just put the Keyblade handle into either hand of choice. Same glove detailing here. Sometimes the paint's a little bit wonky, but it's really tiny, so you're not really going to notice it too much. Then he comes with folding arms, so you just got to take off the arms completely and then add these and plug these on at the shoulders. So pretty easy to do. Sometimes these kind of joints or this kind of folded arms is splittable here, but it's not in this case. So yeah, just pretty easy. I'll show you that soon. And then it comes with the Sea Salt Ice Cream, like so, with a light aqua blue color, the sky blue color You can see here, so it's got a reflective finish, gloss finish onto it. It's angled here, so that just plugs into his mouth. I would probably be a little bit careful just with that, because I kind of get a little bit nervous that that might snap. I mean, it can happen on some of the joints, say the hands or the other pegs on the actual body. So it has happened to other people, has happened to me personally on the other Kingdom Hearts 1 figure. So it could happen with something like that. So if you just want to place it near his mouth instead, do that. But it's supposed to really just stay in his mouth. Then finally you get the Kingdom Key, like so. It's a really tiny one. I believe it's the exact same mold as the Kingdom Hearts 1 version. I could be wrong. I don't have that one actually out of the package at the moment, so I can't do a direct comparison, but this is it. Anyway, this little bit here, the charm can move and you can detach it if you need to, and it's not on a real link or anything, it's just molded. So it looks pretty simple, but it looks good at the same time. Would have been nice if they gave alternate keyblades, or maybe even give a new keyblade accessory pack later down the road. But hey, let's just go into the figure now. Then moving on to the actual Nendoroid figure, so it's as you might expect from a Nendoroid and a Kingdom Hearts Nendoroid at that. So if you love Nendoroid figures, this is no different. It's still a really cool looking, high quality figure. And if you hate Nendoroids, then this isn't going to change your mind. So if you have the Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, then this is going to be a good one to have as well. It looks just as good as that one. It's really nicely made, really clean lines for the most part. Generally, really nice paint and sculpt. I mean, his hair, he's got some nice shading going on throughout it. I love the overall mold of it. It is different from his Kingdom Hearts 1 hairstyle. So it's got the same general shape to it, but you've got extra kind of strands to it. Like I said, it's a bit more of a mature look for this Kingdom Hearts 2 one, which makes sense given that's how it is in game, plus he's a little bit older. I know depending on certain fans, they prefer the 1 look versus the 2 look. I like both, and I think they've done a good job capturing this likeness in this Nendoroid, so all good there. Outfit is fine as well. It looks like his Kingdom Hearts 2 one. These pouches on the legs do not move, and his belts don't move or anything like that. So it's pretty basic. It's all just kind of sculpted and painted. So pretty basic for the most part. But it looks good. It's all looking pretty good. Now some of these Nendoroids do have a little bit of articulation to them these days. So he's got head movement that goes up and down like so. Not so much on the side, but he can move side to side. And then the shoulders go up and they can go around, but obviously with the big heads it can be a bit tricky to do that. But there you go. Got a twist here like so, and that can come off easily for some people. Just plug it back in. Just kind of pulled it out on purpose. He's got a bend at the elbow, and that can sometimes get obstructed with his hair strands. And then he's got a little bit of a twist at the hand, which also can come off like so. It's pretty easy to like have it come off, and also then to swap hands as well. He's got a twist here at the belly, and that can sometimes show a little bit of a gap if you just yank it off like so. It's just on a peg, so you can just put it back quite easily. So sometimes, depending on the pose you get it, you might see like there, it kind of cuts through a little bit. Usually you won't see it. You have to kind of hit it at the right angle or see it at the right angle to spot that gap. Legs then twist over here, and they can lift up, and then you're gonna have to twist them a little bit, and then they kind of move back as so. His knee does bend. You can see there. See that again. And you've got the peg here that you can see. My peg on this leg kind of protrudes out just a little bit, so I kind of have to use my nail to force that in right there. And then he's got a little twist on the ankle. Now his feet do come off very easily. You can see he's just on a ball peg right there. This is where it broke for me on my Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora. So I'm a little bit nervous that this might happen here as well. I can kind of see a line there, but I'm not sure if it's because it's clear and it's just reflecting light in that way. But I'm a little bit paranoid that it might end up breaking. But yeah, his foot does come off, or his shoe comes off quite easily for me, especially his left one. The right one is still quite easy to kind of remove or accidentally have it remove as well. So there's not a lot you can do here. You've got a slight, ever so slight pivot if you need it, but it's not that much. And you can probably play around with it, kind of like half have it off, hanging from the ball peg if you want to, but I don't recommend that because you'll end up losing the foot or something like that. So there's not a lot with the feet, sadly, but generally Nendoroids are quite limited with the articulation they're going to have because of the kind of form factor of these things. But this is not bad at all. It's kind of quite similar, but otherwise that covers his articulation. Let's go on to moving or changing some of his parts. So first, to change his hair or faceplate, you just remove the bangs like so. So pretty much like every other Nendoroid, then you have access to the faceplate, you can take that off. So just give you a close look without the hair. You can see this is his neutral face with an open mouth smile. That's pretty good. And then let's swap it in with the ice cream one that we're going to use, and then return the hair back as well. So when it comes to faceplates, by the way, so although I like this, it would have been nice if you had one with closed eyes and a big grin. That would have been really cool, because that's kind of a more Sora look versus this one, which I'm just not really feeling this faceplate for some reason. Anyway, then with the sea salt ice cream, have it angled, and then you can just plug that in into his mouth like so. There we go. Again, be careful with it and just pray that it doesn't snap by accident. So I'm going to take that out and just be careful, hopefully, because I'm just really paranoid with it. When he is in his mouth, his hands don't really reach it. He's got little piddly T-Rex arms, so you're going to have to angle his face like this just to kind of have him hold the ice cream. He can't really hold it. I mean, I tried a bit and it's just not really worth the hassle, to be quite honest. Changing his hands is quite simple, as I showed you before. So you just pull off one of the hands, and then we'll swap it in with the right hand to hold the keyblade. Just plug that back in there, and then you can insert the keyblade now like so. Place that in. Relatively easy to do. His hand might come off there, but that's kind of normal for Nendoroids. They're a little bit tiny and fiddly at times, but not too bad. There we go. So now he's got his keyblade on, and that's it. Really simple. If we want to put him onto the stand, then we can just get that, and then this little narrow bit goes into the back hole on his back like so. And there we go. He's standing on the base. Is better, and I would recommend you use this stand and base generally, just because the Nendoroids tend to be top heavy with their big heads. I didn't show you the arms, so what we're going to do is pull off at the shoulders there like so, the full arms, and the same again for the other one. Get the crossed arms, and then just kind of work it into the joints and the sockets. Hopefully I can see that. There we go. Almost got the right one. There you go. So the arms are in, and now he's got folded arms. So these don't do anything, they just kind of stay stationary. But if you want to choose the folded arm look with maybe the this face, or maybe the other face that I'm not a big fan of, like this one, then you can do that as well. But that's pretty much this Sora. So he doesn't come with a whole lot of different faceplates. Once again, I'm not a fan of this faceplate, and that's totally okay if some people do like it. I just would have preferred maybe one with closed eyes with the big fat grin that Sora is typically known for. We had the sleeping face, I believe it was, with Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora. But I don't want something quite like that. I just want him, you know, with a different kind of expression that isn't so... It just isn't this. I'm just not really feeling this. I don't know if it's just me. I'm just not feeling this faceplate for some reason. But otherwise, this Sora is not bad. I think the Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora came with a few different extra accessories. For example, it came with the keyhole locking or opening, that kind of effect part. Plus it came with a Pow Pow fruit, I think it was. And I think maybe a wooden sword, or maybe that was Riku. But I don't know what it is. I like this figure. This Nendoroid is quite cool, and I'm glad I got it. But I think I prefer the first one. I think I prefer Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora for the Nendoroid look, and just as a piece in general and all the stuff that he came with. I think I prefer that one. Now, I know that's kind of long out of stock and out of production. At this point, it may get a reissue, so if you can get that one, I would say get that one. If you can't get that one and you can get this one, which, again, good luck trying to get this one, then, yeah, sure, this is still a decent pickup as well. But you may want to wait and see if you can try your hand on getting the Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku, if Riku is more your kind of thing as well. At the same time as well, there is going to be a Kingdom Hearts 3 version of Sora and Kingdom Hearts 3 version of Riku, which again I think have sold out, or orders have closed at the majority of places. So if you don't like this one and you can't get hold of this one, and you can't get hold of Kingdom Hearts 1, and your final bet is the Kingdom Hearts 3 one, then maybe try to get that one if you can. But that's obviously going to be in his Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit with even shorter hair, generally the same shape, but it's going to be inspired by his Kingdom Hearts 3 appearance, which is fine as well. And I'm still going to get that one, so I'll do an unboxing of that too. All in all then, I think this is still a good figure. If you're a big Kingdom Hearts fan, or you know someone who is a big Kingdom Hearts fan, then this is a nice figure to give them or get for yourself. So this Kingdom Hearts Nendoroid series is pretty good so far. I'm glad to have picked up the ones available at the moment, and it's slowly picking up. It's still a shame they're taking a little bit of time to release them. So what we've got coming next is the Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku, Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku and Sora, and then we've got Aqua, Kairi, Axel and Roxas coming out as well. So that should hopefully pave the way for a few more Organization 13 members and other characters. Kind of hoping for a Nendoroid Terra. Personally speaking, he's one of my favorite characters. Maybe we'll even see a Master Ericus or a Xehanort. That would be pretty awesome. Xehanort doesn't get many figures, so that would be pretty awesome to have one of those as well. So pretty good series so far. I'll leave links in the description box below of a few of the figures and where you can get them. There's going to be a few different places. Some of the orders have closed by this point, so unlucky there. So try your luck on release day. Others are still open, so definitely don't delay on picking those up. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Check out my channel for more on these Kingdom Hearts Nendoroids and other Nendoroid and action figures, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.